It was the silent countdown right there. We're fine.
Silent.
We're fine.
Okay, as long as we're okay.
We're good. We're all right. We're okay. I think we're here. I'm good. I'm here. How are you?
I'm at 75%, 70% maybe.
I think, and also for the first time ever, like I said, you're a little bit still like a little under the weather-ish,
Yep.
just feeling a little bit after the holidays.
Yep.
Also, one of the first podcasts in a while not sponsored by Trader Joe's in any way, shape,
I
or
know,
form.
it's weird. I started I was saying to you before that I was starting to do the tweet, and I was like, oh no hashtag Trader Joe's. We don't need that today.
Don't need that one today.
We got Sprecher, we got Arizona Wilderness, and a cocktail. So yeah,
that's what we've got. And it is Thursday once again. It is time for some beverage podcasting. Good to see you all. I want that shirt. I know you say that every time I wear this shirt. I love
we
this
should
one.
all want
This is
that
a good-
shirt because that's what we feel.
We should. That's true. Not just this time of year, but any time of year. This is how we should be feeling.
That's
Sushi,
right.
it is good to see you. Brothers, it is good to see you. It is time for some beverage podcasting. It is also time for some unboxing, which I don't think we've ever actually done really on the show. Like this is kind of like I said, other than the two things I pulled out that we're going to start drinking right away from Sprecher Brewing. They were kind enough to provide us with a couple of things here. It sounds like we may have a unique partnership going on with them that is going to be super
Very cool.
And like I said, so exciting about that in the future. But yeah, so we're going to open up some of that stuff here live on air, but we're also going to drink some things. I opened up the top box. I kind of reached in. I took two things out.
It's going to be worse than that time I was stuck
It could be
behind
worse than that for sure. Oh my God, it got doubled down almost there. Oh, that's going to be bad. That could be bad. And the water. Unfortunate for both of you. Nix, thank you for that as well. Appreciate it. Thank you for the bits.
My God, that's Robert Lozier. E as in everybody.
And the on-screen celebration. Nix, thank you for all the bits there. Appreciate the Robert Loggia celebration.
T as in Tim. Look over there. It's Robert Lozier.
Perfect timing.
L as in look. It's Robert Lozier.
Oh, that almost timed up. The and the almost timed up. Hilarious timing. Hilarious timing. Nix, thank you for both of those floggins. Good to see you. Is it done? No?
Lip balm?
No, lip balm. All right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
At least except for the very end, there's not a lot of talking in that one, so you still get to hear the as in
That's
Robert,
true.
You got
That
to
is
hear.
true.
It was a decent mix.
That
Could
is
have been.
true. Have a fun fact for Keith. Oh gosh, we're scared already about
facts.
that. All right. Well, we wait for that fact to pop up. So we're going to open up those boxes, but we're also going to open up a couple. You didn't have to highlight it. That seems like a waste of some cool caps there, but whatever. Taco Bell told the U.S. government on April 1st, 1997, when they took out a full page ad spaces on the 7 major newspapers saying they bought the Liberty Bell and it will be named the Taco Liberty Bell. That's a terrible fact. That's gross. Baker, it is good to see you. Excited for this podcast as always. Yes, this shirt is amazing and it's the way we should all live. That is true. That is true. I debated between this shirt and AC/DC, so it was a real coin toss. It was a real coin toss. But yeah, so I don't know. Should I take out one of the things that I have already have cooling down?
Let's do that,
and then we'll kind of grab a box and we'll just start pulling stuff out of it.
It is the gift giving season, and Sprecher has been kind enough to give us some gifts, and we'll be opening those up. So yeah, it sounds good.
I'm gonna reach in there. So, Keith, how do you feel about lemonade?
I like lemonade quite a bit.
Okay, all right, that's a good start. That is a solid start. How do you feel about lemonade? That lemon. So we've got a strawberry and a blue raspberry.
Okay.
This is one of those low sugar ones.
Okay. Lemin.
So we've got some sucralose in here.
Okay.
So that was the only thing initially. I was like, man, when I thought Sprecher was coming home, I was like, this is going to have like about 100 grams of sugar. I was very excited. I was like, this is probably, I'm going to pour it out. It's practically going to be dust, which I love. And I was like, oh, it's the opposite. But I like it though, because they're saying, hey, you guys usually like your sugar things. We feel confident enough in these that you'll like these.
Okay.
So those are one of the ones. Which one do you want to start with?
Strawberry?
You want the strawberry first?
Sure.
Okay. Also, I have thoughts on the Steelers. A very few will make me pop. I don't even Flog. We already went through that the other day. You don't need to do it. Glycemic friendly. Yeah, like I said, we'll get out the can here in just a second. Again, links. Why do I need to put that on another page to make it easier. There's all the links for everything we're having today. There is the link directly to the couple of things from Sprecher that we're having. because I don't know what else is in the rest of these boxes. I only know those first two things, so we're going to start opening up the rest of that. Love a good lemonade? Okay, good. We found our audience already. Happy Thursday, fellas. Ghost VO is good to see you. Nick's lemonade may be thought of as an all-American beverage, at least where family cookouts and baseball games are concerned, but you might be surprised to learn that its original form actually hails from Egypt. Also a hot place that you want to cool down with a tasty beverage.
Yes, and also I think the birthplace of beer, actually, too.
It is the birthplace of beer. From what I've
Yes,
heard. All right, let's
yes.
get out a strawberry. Already got
Gotta
some
find
other
it.
things.
Oh, boy.
We'll set
Look
that
at
in
this
front of
box.
You can start looking.
Look at this box.
With what?
Try
Oh,
all
yeah,
the Sprechers.
All right. So, no sugar added, 3 grams net carbs,
Okay.
ooh la lemon, 15 calories.
Why is it spelled lemon with
I don't
I?
know.
Lemon?
Maybe there's some. I don't know.
Lemon?
I'll have to find out. I'll have to ask their brand manager. Ingredients: water, lemon juice concentrate, natural flavors, citric acid, sucralose, sodium benzoate as a preservative.
Preservative.
10% juice
Yes.
as well.
Okay.
So we're,
Don't know what sucralose does to us. Our brains.
I was
What does
reading
it do
more
to our
about that. It
brains?
seems like it's not that big a deal.
Okay.
It's like for me, it's always been about the taste.
Yeah,
Like I always,
right.
it tastes a little
Yeah.
funny. Should we put it on the floor? Would that be easier?
Yes, we could do that.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Let's pour this first.
Okay.
Let's get drinking, and then we'll get
lemon.
tasting. See? First time doing this. Here we go. Also, that mead and beer hails from Egypt. Yeah, we were talking about that. Beer, definitely. I don't know about mead specifically. I was wondering if there was going to be color.
And no.
No. Which I suppose that's better that they're not adding in artificial coloring, I suppose.
Yeah. But strawberry could have
That's true.
some red to it, but it's all right.
Die number 82. Oh, it smells good though.
Yeah. Smells very nice.
Very strawberry. Almost it's like it smells like a little bit fresh strawberry and a little bit of like a Hickory Farm strawberry candy.
Yeah.
Hickory Farms
Or
are
like,
Memphis. Oh wait, that's Pepperidge Farms.
A little bit like of strawberry EG, actually. But not everybody knows EG
Ooh.
unless you're here in Arizona. But basically, it's just like a.
The person I spoke to would. Remember I told you about that. We were talking about she was
Oh, yeah.
also hailed from
I
Arizona.
wonder. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that
Yeah.
was kind of funny.
Okay.
I'm looking for it. I'm not getting too much.
There's no weird aftertaste.
The tiniest bit.
Yeah. Yep.
But not much at all. That's actually a little surprising. I was waiting for it. Honestly, when I pulled we're always honest here.
Yes.
When I pulled these two out as the first things, I was like, oh, what's in here? I was like, ooh, lemonade. I'm like, oh, that's a funny name. And I like looked at it and also I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
no.
lie. But they were smart with that.
Is this
at
a
least for these two.
new? I guess we don't know. Is this a new thing?
I don't
or
know. That's a
something
great
just new
question.
to us, new to them.
I think it's definitely new to us. Like I said, they have a section specifically on their website. Like I said, again, like I said, link there in chat. Like I said, that is specifically for all of their lemonades and things. And they've got other ones that are like more of like sparkling lemonades. They have more traditional ones. They have these. Who knows? Maybe there's some of those in the box. We'll find out in a second. There's some more. There's these. They also have a couple of them that have caffeine in them. They have they call them like spiked lemonades. I was
Okay.
like, oh, is it alcohol? It's like, no, it's caffeine.
Caffeine. Okay.
So that's the
All
spike
right.
they're talking about. Mulled wine, if I can remember, I think that is in the ballpark of mead. I mean, you're starting to split some hairs there. I mean, there definitely is a difference. Wonder if this stuff is targeted teen. It is not. So there is no alcohol in anything we're having right here. Even though it is Sprecher Brewing, they do beer. But like I said, there is no beer. Like I said, or I should say, there is no alcohol in any of these things. These are all non-alcoholic. These the two we're having right now, both happen to be using artificial sugar, and like I said, which also is kind of the opposite of everything we've had from Sprecher, which has usually been strong on the sugar front.
Very
not
high.
against it. It's great. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
very
realize it was
high.
non-alcoholic. No, like I said, this stuff is. I don't know. Maybe there's something else in it.
I think you would have
Oh, that's strawberry.
not been able to come up with anything that wasn't ooh la lemon.
Okay, we got 3 strawberries. All right, a different one. Oh, we got original. The other
Original
ones I just
lemonade?
looked at, so it looks like we probably have three of each.
Three of each,
Three of
okay.
each of 4 different flavors when it comes to
Okay.
these. Lemon. Oh, and they have a peach.
Oh,
Oh, I
that could
kind
be
of wish
good.
I'd have pulled that one. We have to try that one next
We
week.
have future
then.
shows.
Okay, so we've got peach, lemon, those, and then like I said, yeah, we got the blue raspberry, which we'll try here in a minute, and like I said, the strawberry one.
in the different row the way you pull out two.
Yeah,
I guess, or then I guess you
then
could
I
have pulled
would
out
have
another
put
one.
I would
Yeah.
have put one of them back. I'd have been like, oh no, is it a whole case of the same
It's
thing?
all the same.
It's all the same.
I mean, it's good.
Actually,
A
really,
little bit of that at the end, like you said, but
it's so little compared to
Nothing
other
to,
things that I have.
yeah.
There's so many.
yep. Even
So many
stuff with stevia and things sometimes where like
Well, and that was what I mentioned. Even like I said, when I spoke with, when I spoke on the phone a little bit, like I said, with her, or I should say over Zoom call, that was, I was, you know, like I said, I've mentioned to her, like I said, even sometimes with stevia, if you use too much stevia, it can almost taste fake. It
Right.
can taste chemical and all those things. So it's not just these kind of sugars. So they taste sort of like melted freezies. I find most of the low calorie stuff tastes pretty much similar and usually nets out to low calorie freezy juice. I don't know what freezy juice is. Melted freezies. Do you mean like a melted popsicle?
or yeah, like
I don't think they taste
Otter
like that.
Pop.
Yeah, like an
Something?
Otter Pop kind
No.
of thing, or like is that what you're going for next? These do not. Like I said, they have like I said, literally the tiniest aftertaste, which is very little. For me, I'm very sensitive to that. And these I wouldn't mind at least this one I wouldn't mind continuing to drink. We'll try the next one here in a second. But the flavor itself, like I said, the aroma is really fresh. Like I said, it's kind of a little combination of fresh strawberry and, like I said, like the Hickory Farms, like strawberry, like sweet, like candy kind of thing. And then the taste is a little bit more toward the sweet candy, I would say. I don't know. Are you getting anything else in there really? in
No,
particular?
I was looking for. So the juice is lemon juice.
Right. That's probably the base
yeah.
they use for the tartness.
Water,
it's a
lemon
little
juice.
tart in there, not super tart,
And
but a
then
little bit.
but there isn't like any actually like peach juice or strawberry juice. That's why we're not seeing any color because they're getting the additional flavoring from natural flavors. So
That's good though.
yeah,
I'd like it even a little more tart, but that's just how I like my lemonade. Like in general, like I said, but that's like I said, it has a little bit of that in there too.
Yeah.
Crocodile, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. For those asking, like I said, because Nick didn't realize at first either, no alcohol in these. These are not alcohol, even though it's Sprecher Brewery.
Okay, I was gonna say where does it say Sprecher on here, but it does. They're at the back, at the bottom.
It's a secret.
Right. 'cause
Usually it
it's
tastes
not-
like
yeah.
something fruit adjacent. Like if I told you it's raspberry, you'd be able to see, but otherwise it's like Hell's Kitchen blind taste test. No, definitely this, I would taste strawberry.
Mhm.
I would know that this is strawberry. Yeah, there wouldn't be a question about that at all,
Yeah.
for sure, in this first
Yep.
one. I'm excited for the blue raspberry because that one's like kind of an interesting flavor always to knock down.
Yeah.
I think everyone kind of has an idea in their
Usually
head.
you need that blue color, but
Yeah,
we're not
and-
gonna have that.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll have to look at the bottle. Okay. I'll definitely send leave if you want to take a couple of these different ones home or something like that for yourself to continue some taste testing, and I'll do that.
We're hoping that actually has soda in it, right?
I don't know. I'm hoping
we
it
don't
is.
know. Who
I'm
knows?
hoping.
Maybe it
I
has
honestly don't.
maybe it has a bunch of booze.
Oh man, wouldn't that be amazing?
From the
I didn't have to sign for it, which usually means there's no alcohol in there, but not always.
Okay. Natural, yes.
I assume it's all chemical. It's naturally chemical induced. I don't know how that works. I read a weirdly amount about sucralose the other day because all sounds like I think I know what that is, and like because I don't like said again
It's not saccharin. What
I don't
are the
know
other
if-
ones? Saccharin.
no
that was
sucralose is
bad.
actually made with sugar, and it's like
Okay.
there's a whole like, again I read through the chemistry of it.
It changes like the molecular structure, I
Correct.
think. And then I remember like back in the day, there was something where it's like certain things your brain doesn't process if it's broken up a certain way. So, that
this
was
your
the
body
problem.
with certain things, like I said, with sucralose specifically, it's like your body basically just excretes it out.
Okay.
Which I know that sounds gross in itself, but it's like it doesn't do anything in that way, and your brain doesn't do anything with it. And it's another one where this one is completely safe. That's why this is the one people usually use in cooking.
Oh, okay.
This basically is Splenda to some,
Okay.
some
it's
extent.
okay. Excuse me, I have to go excrete.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
exactly.
no.
Exactly. Lots of keto stuff is made with alcohol, sugar. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure, 100%. I like that one. You could add alcohol to this. Would you add something to this? Could you go rum in that one? Do like a
I think it might be
strawberry
a
daiquiri kind of thing?
little heavy. I guess maybe if it was a white rum, you could do that. Of course, the one you can always add, but we don't need to say that one.
Yeah, vodka's boring. We try and think of something more exciting than that. All right. Box number 2. So the first one was all lemonades.
All lemon.
I'm excited to try those other ones. We might try those on next week's show.
And we have a blueberry one for today.
Yeah, we do have another one to try today. We got the blue raspberry one, obviously, right there.
Louis Blue Raspberry. Oh, wait, no.
I think the alcohol sugars are the ones that get you dashing to the wash. That could,
Yes,
again,
I do hear about that.
I am not a chemist.
Yeah, we used to have sugar-free chocolates at work.
Oh, I see sodas in here.
Okay.
Green River. Zesty lime soda made with real sugar. Now we're talking.
There we go.
Rich in history.
Oh, so
I
no
should have had the CCR song ready
No
to go.
bottles. Ner.
I wonder if that's part of their thing now is they send stuff out. Like I said, everything here is in cans. 220 calories now.
Green
we're
River,
talking.
is that going to be like Mountain Dew?
I don't know. We'll definitely try this one next week.
Okay.
59 grams of sugar. Now we're talking, man. Now we're talking. All right, that's it. Oh, we got the root beer. The classic root beer made with honey. This one is, we've had this one. This one is delicious.
Yes.
Love them booze calories. I can live with them. Those are the booze calories.
Those are all root beer.
Oh, we got one of the orange dreams. We had that one too, didn't we?
Yeah, there's a
Cream soda. These are all the sugar. Oh, look at this cream soda. 300 calories, Keith. 74 total carbs, 60 grams of sugar. Now.
talking.
It is the holiday.
Oh, two cherry colas. I
Two
don't
cherry
know if we've
colas.
had cherry cola or not from them.
I can't remember either. Chat, can you go in the archives, find out if we've had cherry cola from them or not? 55 grams of sugar in that. Oh, this one's practically light. This is practically a diet soda from Sprecher. 55. You know what? If you poured one of these and the lemonade together, the difference in sugar, like it literally just splits it out.
It balances it
balances
out.
it out. You'd have less than you would in some of the other crap sodas that people make today. Yeah, we definitely need to try the Green River next week. Maybe we'll try another lemonade or something. We haven't had the cherry cola after that. The root beer is fantastic. Like, this is probably one of the best root beers like I've literally ever had.
Yeah.
Like that one is so good. I mean, they're all really good. The grape is really good. I know we've had that one. The cream soda, which I normally don't like at all. The cream soda is fantastic. Like I remember when we had that the first time in the bottles, where was the weird place you found all of these Sprecher sodas at one point?
Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware. Talk to them about that. Yeah. I guess they're starting. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of people and have been probably seeing a lot of people that have been getting some care packages and gift boxes of stuff from Sprecher. But I think they're trying to go a little bit more mass marketed nationwide. So like, I do like the bottle is nice and old timey, but it's nice having the cans too.
Yeah, it's probably more
Overall
conducive to recycling.
mixology stream. Let's go. Maybe next week when we have we'll pick one of the other lemonades and pour something with it. I could see going with gin, maybe doing like
Gin in one of the
209
lemonades?
gin, one of the lemonades.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
you could do
peach,
that.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll have to figure out, like I said, so
All
we'll
right, cool.
definitely do.
We got
one of those. Definitely we'll do one of the Green Rivers next, because that is very new to us. We'll have to look up if we've done the cherry cola.
So we have 5 flavors.
Yeah. Yeah, because we
4 root beers.
the Orange Dream is so good. That one's still so delicious. It's like a creamsicle. That one is just so fantastic.
It's funny. I looked up the Trader Joe Vintage Ale is already unavailable to order, and so I typed in the word vintage when I was looking it up on our computer screen, and it brought up. We used to carry for a short period of time. We had a vintage root beer, vintage orange, and a vintage cola under Trader Joe's label, and the orange was really, really good. I wonder who made that for us, but I'd forgotten about that. But yeah, they were in bottles. They were good. You
guys should start your own brewery making the finest milk-based alcoholic beverages. They'd be huge in Japan. Oh God, are they big? Is that big in Japan? I've never heard.
I don't know. I do have a regular customer who comes in. He buys our brandy, and he buys milk to go, and he has milk to go with his brandy. I know. His drink.
Is that what that original song was? You can hear them say, Brandy, you need some milk, you need some, what a good drink.
Oh, here it comes. Ula Lemin. Unless it's Lemin?
Lemin? Orca, how's it
Lemin?
going? Good to see you. All right. Lots of chaos going on here in the streaming room. We'll have to clean this all up after we're done. Lots of beers use lactose for... I mean, lactose is one thing. Milk is another. Lactose is one thing. All right. Blue raspberry. This one's also the same 15 calories. Do we have any color in this one? No. Okay. No. Creamsicle IPA I had from Collective Arts was amazing. Yeah, I've had some of the milkshake like IPAs or creamsicle IPAs where you can get like I said, when they have the lactose in there is really good. Actually, one of the beers we almost did today, I think, had lactose in it. The Fate Brewing candy bar milk
That would
stout.
have had to have had something.
I think that had that in there. I'll have to look, Nix. I don't know if we do. Do you know by off chance if we get Collective Arts down here at all?
I'm assuming that's a brewery, and I'm going to guess no. I don't think I've seen that. I saw some new, and none that I can remember the names of, but I did see some new breweries, new beers from new breweries at Tap and Bottle last time I was there.
Well, cotton candy.
To me, my first sniff was kind of perfumey. But I
think that's what the cotton candy is to me.
We have a blueberry, I think pomegranate green tea at work that comes in a bottle, and that one has always been perfumey to me too. But I think it's just the lemon and the blue mixing together. And
what are you mixing that with? Blue?
Yeah, the lemon and the blueberry. The yellow and the blue
Is
mixing
that the part?
together.
Is that the blue part of the raspberry? Is blueberry? I honestly never knew.
Louis Blue.
I never even thought about it.
Oh, I never thought about that either.
You just said blueberry. I was like,
Oh.
if I'd had like an image, my mind would have gone like, oh my god, it's blueberry and raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
Well, it's good. That one does have like a little bit of like a vanilla. There's like a little vanilla cotton. I still think the cotton candy thing is hitting for me. Like it's like when I've had, it must be like blue raspberry cotton candy where you get that.
Oh,
one and
yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of like sweet. This one's a little tart. I like the strawberry one better. That one was like a little bit more flavor forward, but this one's good.
Yeah.
Like I said, the vanilla is interesting.
Yeah, the flavor on this one's definitely more pulled back, and so I think maybe I'm getting more of something else I don't like, and I don't know if it's the sweetener or if it's just the blend of stuff I'm just not as much of a fan of. But the strawberry was very good.
Yeah, the strawberry is very good. This one, it's just like I said. Yeah, to me, this one's like I'm getting a little bit of like I said, the vanilla is kind of coming through to me, which like I said, I'm not really getting any more of the what do you call it? Like I said, the alternative sugar kind of thing, but.
Something different, but
they're huge here. The way they run their stuff is awesome. All local artists on the cans, and then I believe they have a bunch of brewmasters just trying stuff, throwing stuff at the vat, seeing what sticks. They come out some really wild and out there drinks. You should check out their website and see what you want to try. Maybe I could send you some somehow. I would definitely be interested in something like that. Yeah, let me know. Like I said, just DM me their website.
oh yeah.
Like I said, that Collective Arts. Like I said, I'll definitely check that stuff out. That would be cool. Always love trying different things. It's nice, a little bit of juice that actually is in there. Like I said, to add the tart blend to all that.
Yeah.
Like I said, especially in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, strawberry definitely is. Strawberry to me was a home run. This one's a little bit less so for sure.
Yes, I would agree.
Just because, like I said, it's probably just not a flavor profile I'm as interested in. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
the other one was already pretty sweet, and then this one has a little bit more even sweet to it. Like I said, and again, it's like kind of I keep saying it's like kind of like a cane sugar vanilla kind of thing with that blue red. Like I said, it literally just reminds me of like cotton candy. A little bit of that in there. Yeah, well, I'm excited. Like I said, some stuff we've definitely had before, but at least a couple new things that we can try. And like I said, we can try a couple of the other lemonades next week if we want to do those along with that Green River. And then we'll have to look up if we've had the cherry cola or not.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I feel like maybe we have.
Yeah,
Because
I
we
can't
did 2
remember.
rounds.
The
I remember
grape,
I had looked. We had done 2
orange.
rounds of it. We did 4 and then we did 2.
Okay.
Because we did a root beer and something, and then we did those first 4, which were like you just said. It was the grape, the ginger ale.
Oh,
grape,
yeah.
Grape,
Okay.
ginger ale, cream soda,
Orange.
and orange. We had those 4, and then we finally had a root beer. And there was something else with that, and I can't remember which one that is. We'll have to check. I'm honestly still shocked, though, because usually anything that is, like I said, that is this much on that, on the sweet side with usually that stuff, it's usually immediately like, I have to drink it really fast or it's going to be... I do. Like I said, there has been like either between energy drink stuff every once in a while, like we've gotten sent other things that we haven't even podcasted on because either it wasn't that good or it wasn't even, worth talking about, like, because I don't like, I said, we'll say if we don't like something, but
Yeah.
bad mouthing stuff, just to bad mouth it or whatever. Like, so, but we've been sent other things and I've tried it and it's like, you take a sip and like, oh, that's not, oh, and it's just, and like, well, if I down this really quickly and if I have 5 pounds of ice in here, like, yes, this is a palatable drink. But yeah,
The drink you need to chug.
thankfully, the drink you need to chug. Yeah. Thankfully, both of these are the opposite, but yeah, definitely the strawberry was really good.
Ooh la.
Now I wish I had I wish I had opened it and could have put in some of the other lemonade. Since that whole first box was just lemonade, I kind of wish I would have put the other ones in there just to go through those. But
The sodas or the lemons?
the lemonades,
Okay.
like just to have, like at least just to kind of do all the lemonades almost at once. It's the same thing. But yeah, that was, like I said, that was pretty good. I finally finished random hard left turn. I finally finished Only Murders in the Building. We finished watching that.
And?
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shocking they're doing another season. I just had no idea.
Oh, and the poor bellman. Spoiler alert.
I know. I was kind of, that was kind of, not that he'd had much of a bit part
No.
even in this season.
Yeah.
Like he'd had the first couple seasons, he'd been in it a little bit more, but yeah, like I said, so like I said, yeah, he is in there.
It was good though. I liked
Yeah, 'cause
all
they
of
had the
the
wedding
tie.
stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, no, that was it. I enjoyed it, and I especially na 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 na
Yeah.
na 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 na.
Yeah,
They were just it was good episodes, good show.
Yeah. They're always just finding good characters in all of those shows.
We started watching Man on the Inside yesterday.
Oh, that's with Ted Danson, right?
Yeah.
Someone in chat, I actually wrote that down the other day because someone was in chat was talking about how that was one of their, I think it was maybe Mills or something was mentioning that's like their, like, I need like an upbeat light show too. I can't watch. I was like, yeah, you can't just keep watching like all this other stuff. So.
I think we just watched the first episode. I've heard a couple of people talking about it, and he had mentioned it a little bit in listening to this podcast. And actually, this week's podcast I was listening to on the way over is Mike Schur. Hearing him, so
Oh, really?
yeah, so they're just talking about The Good Place right now, but so yeah, I had a few chuckles from it, and it's
Okay.
only, I think it's only like a half an hour, and so but no, we're looking forward to
I need to watch that.
watching that.
Shrinking,
Yeah, I
I need
have
to
to get
watch.
out when Severance comes out. We're gonna get Apple Plus TV and watch both of those.
Like check to see if Severance releases all at once, or
Yeah.
if they do a part like that, and then like
yeah,
try,
we may have to wait.
try
yeah.
and time that then, so you don't have to like do multiple months or something like that. But yeah, I actually watched the first episode of Arcane the other day.
Oh,
I actually put that on, which was good. I
we're
liked
up
it.
through episode 6, I think. Or
Of
did you
this-
watch first season or second season?
I have never watched any of it. It was my
Oh.
first episode ever.
Of the first season.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I started with the second season. I was like, yeah,
I wasn't sure.
I don't need to know about that first season.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I started first episode of the first season.
And
I
what'd you
started
think?
watching that. It was good. Yeah, I'll definitely keep watching more of that.
We watched
Like I
that
said, they almost did two
yesterday.
things, which I talked about with chat, that were like the Andrew. Why are they doing that? I'm like, but thankfully they resolved them very quickly. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, like that wasn't too bad. The first thing was, like I said, in that season was, like I said, she has all the treasure in her backpack. She just immediately chucks it in the water. And I was like, oh my god, that's
Vi?
yeah.
Okay.
She
Haley
just
Steinfeld.
decides to just chuck it in the water like immediately. I was like, come on, you couldn't have fought that guy a little bit. Or
That was 3
thrown
years
it
ago,
somewhere
so
else.
I don't
Yeah,
really remember
it's-
that one. But,
And then
okay.
later on, like it's the classic where she's like goes to the door and listens to them like kind of bad mouthing her for a little bit, and then she runs off. I was like, oh great, is this gonna be the new thing? Like where she misinterpret, but they cleared that up like really quick.
Oh, good.
Like
Okay.
because she talked
Yeah.
about it to her sister, and like they talked. So I was like, okay, good. I'm like, I like that. But yeah, the way they set up the bad guys kind of at the end of the first one and stuff was good. But the sound design, I like the art quite a bit. Like I said, that kind
Yeah.
of like heavy cell shaded, like almost clay kind of look or whatever. And as I was talking about that, everyone was like, "Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. Even some of the arcade's getting better." And
Yeah.
so anyway, but yeah, I like the guy that's like basically like help save them or whatever at the beginning.
Vander.
And yeah, he seems cool. I like his voice and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, so far it's fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely keep watching. I needed a show to watch because it was the other night. We were gonna watch something. I was like, "Oh, you want to watch this or that?" And like I said, my wife was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna do a couple." I'm like, "Okay." So I was like, I need to start having a show that it's just so that I knew she wasn't going to be interested in. So we've got this list of all these other shows,
Right.
Shrinking and Penguin, and
you,
like all
me,
yeah,
us.
like I said, yeah, we have to find those together. So yeah, but I've been enjoying it. So you're up through episode. You said
Episode 6 of season 2.
oh, okay,
Yeah, because season 2 just dropped. And,
How many episodes are in that?
I don't know. The first one only has like 10, I think.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the second one probably has that, but
Okay.
that came out. I was around Thanksgiving of 2021. And I remember watching that because Ben was home from NAU, and that was right around the time I got COVID. So,
Oh, jeez.
all these things.
Oh,
happened.
great memories.
So, yeah.
Guardian Down, how's it going? Ooh la la, ooh la lemon. A couple different things from a Sprecher Brewing that we got and to pull that I had cold out of their gift box of things that they sent to us. So we'll be trying a couple more things in next week as well.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
This might surprise you, but I'm definitely going to need some chips before we move to the next beverage.
Shocking to kind of clean that up a little bit.
My mouth's a little bit.
It's a little fruity.
It's a little utsy.
It's a little, let's see. Yeah. So what do we have actually as our next beverage, Mr. Keith?
The next beverage is the Motherlode Quad IPA from Arizona Wilderness Brewing. I came by this. My son and I originally went up for the ELO concert on October 21st. We found out that concert was canceled. We didn't find out till we got there, and we decided to have dinner before turning around and driving back to Tucson. So we went. I think it's called Roosevelt Row. I don't know if that's the road or for whatever reason that's the name, but we just drove along there, and then we came across Arizona Wilderness Brewing, which is a brewery we've had many beers
for
from.
sure.
We went in and had some good food, and then of course when I was settling up the bill, I was like, oh, they have to go things. So I grabbed 4 different things. One of them we had a couple weeks ago, the coffee.
Oh yeah,
the Superstition coffee.
Yeah, that was good.
Milk or coffee milk stout or whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought a hazy IPA from them, which I drank, which is pretty good. And it seemed like there was a 4th one too, but this one we've talked about this one for weeks. Hey, I have this quad IPA. Never quite fit into the show. And today's show it fits in because they're all kind of like,
because we need to have
they're all
it
kind of
before-
misfits.
Well, especially since you just kept saying it's a quad, and to me,
Quad.
when I hear the term quad, to me
That
means
can
it's
age.
like an Abbey quad or like
Yeah.
whatever something else. I never thought the IPA part after it. So yeah, as soon as it was finally an IPA or that clicked, and you mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, we need to have this.
Well, but it could be kind of like 120-minute IPA, which could age, which you can drink. But I don't think the alcohol is as high on this.
It's like
only
11%.
11, so
It's up there.
yeah,
Like it's
so,
up there, but not quite as high up there.
So maybe not.
You should have ginger on the hand for that. We should have had ginger for our palate cleanser. That's true. We'll have to do that next time for sure. Next, be professional. The real question: does it go with poutine? Do you think anything we've had yet would go with poutine?
Not probably. Well, actually, I mean, poutine is what? French fries and other
Some gravy and some
some
cheese
gra-
curds.
I mean, that's.
you need
Anything
something.
with
You need
that.
something a little tart to go through that.
Yeah, I'd probably want a beer for that.
All right. Well, that's good. We have a beer.
We do.
I thought this was a desert channel or a dessert channel.
Or the desert.
It could be either one. I think that must be dessert though, is the way he wrote it. Wow, that's something else entirely.
Oh, whoa.
Guardian down, my God, settle down. All right, we're going to organize this mess. We're going to go grab some new glasses and a beer, and we will be right back. That's correct. Some sort of Stream Beats holiday something, whatever. I think these might actually be mildly new. I don't know. He's shaking and baking over
Well,
here.
no, I'm trying not to infringe upon the label.
Oh, I got you.
Trying to keep myself clear of the beautiful label.
Oh, that is very clear.
Were you able to find that on their website or?
The usual through Untapped.
Oh, okay. So not on their site. All right. Yeah, because I don't really know anything.
You don't know
about this.
anything.
About this.
Oh, okay. Just about this.
Other than that, I bought it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You do remember doing that part.
I do remember that
That's
part.
kind of
yes.
the most important part, at least, of how stuff gets to the tasting room. Planty, it is good to see you. How are you doing this fine evening? Good to see everybody here. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate it. Like I said, again, thanks to Sprecher for sending us some extra tasty stuff. We'll have some more to try from them next week as well. And maybe at some point, maybe if I ask at just the right time, maybe we get some beers to come our way or something like that. We'll have to find out if that actually is a possibility.
That's crazy, yeah.
That would be pretty neat. So Motherlode Quad IPA. This is 11.5%. Let's see. This is the Motherlode of IPAs. Let's see. Mosaic, Simcoe, and Euconaut. Along with 100% Sigma-based malt. This, that, and the other. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Only for the bravest of travelers.
Yeah, Arizona Wilderness is very, I think they try to be very environmentally conscious, earth friendly, use local items, or local materials when they can. And,
usually like local malts if they can find them. Like I said, I think that's Sanguinal malt or whatever. I'm absolutely butchering the pronunciation. But yeah, that one in particular I know is one that.
Oh yeah, the Sinagua malts.
There you go. See, there we go. That sounds better.
I believe Sinagua is without water.
Oh, so they don't use any water for their malt?
No
that
water.
Impossible.
No water malting.
Doing okay. Just got home from a holiday artisan show. Ooh, little artesian show. How was it? How did it go? And it's all right. It's good you got here. You haven't missed what would probably be your featured beverage of the evening.
Oh, that's true.
Since we're doing the Amaretto sour variant. So again, I mentioned in the last segment, I did say every time we said quad about this, I kept thinking it was more of like a quad, sweet kind of thing, not necessarily an IPA. So I was intrigued for that. I'm even more intrigued for this.
Yeah.
Because Arizona Wilderness does some amazing IPAs and amazing, like I said, their sours are actually really good too. We don't talk about that near enough. Whenever I've had ones of those have always been pretty good.
All right. So have you eaten there?
I have.
Okay, yeah. That was a great.
Well, because they have
the.
Did you get your fries done properly?
Oh, whatever that was called, fries.
They had duck fat fries.
Oh, I didn't have those.
Oh my God, this man right here.
Duck fat fries.
Yeah, the fries are done in duck fat. It's so good. It adds like a little extra. I don't know. It's a little extra, as the French say. I don't know what. Certain je ne sais quoi.
I don't know what.
Oh, I don't know what. It was okay, not very holiday, except the opera there caroling. Oh, wow, an opera carol. That would just make me feel like
we come a
a little bit. It's all in Italian. Pavarotti's son is there. Yeah, it's very over the top.
Done it. I've gone too far again.
Definitely good. Like I said, it's definitely a very strong malty aroma. It's getting a little bit toward the onion ring a little bit. Like for me, even it's like kind of getting a little bit of that in there.
Yep. And I couldn't quite read on the can. There's some sort of printing, but I don't think it's legible.
Well, let me look at here. Maybe.
How about when it was brewed?
Oh. Motherlode finishing all 4 pieces of the mountain range. Brewed with 4 times the normal amount of hops of a standard IPA. That's bonkers. That is a lot.
So that was okay. So that's what Motherlode refers to. All 4 peaks, the 4 Peaks Mountain Range. Okay.
Pack it in, pack it out.
Yeah.
Name of my sex tape. Wait,
also,
what?
make sure you take care of any trash too.
Brewed and packaged, Arizona Wilderness Brewing. Yeah, they do all their own packaging. Like, yeah, they're like their stuff is great. There's some like 7-point font on there that I'm not going to attempt to read because it's like white on a green background.
And it's on the very bottom.
Oh,
is the date. But don't look at that.
Good.
You're going to spill it probably.
What if I hold it up to the sky?
Unless you can do that.
Oh,
don't get it caught in the ceiling. There's nothing.
That information is not there anymore.
Okay, it's something there, but I don't know what that was.
Okay, it looks like someone just took a smudge.
Yeah,
mark
no,
there.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Whatever is on there is not legible.
So what you're saying is I can't read. All right, I can't read.
No, I know I can't read it.
Oh, okay. RX, how's it going? There's too many strong barrel aged brews right now at Wilderness at 10+%. You had me at 10+%.
Did you try it yet?
Sometimes that gets tough. No, I was waiting for what were your thoughts on the aroma? Were you in the same ballpark?
I agree. It's going toward the malty sweetness, but there is some light hoppiness.
Simcoe, you definitely get in there. I think some of that, definitely some very savory hops,
but not too overwhelming either way. But,
Okay.
But I mean, it's good what's in there. I'm not like
I know. I'm glad
That's
because
a good
I
balance.
was worried. Like whenever I smell these, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
is this one that'll
No,
be a
like-
little bit too much?
like
RX,
we're
it
there.
was good to see you. Cheers. Let's try it.
Ooh, there's like a front sweetness at the very end.
Mm-hmm. A little retro sweet.
Retro sweet.
Love is like
yeah.
oxygen, as they say.
Yeah. But not bad.
No, I like
Good.
it. I actually
Yeah.
like it. I think I like the taste, but like the aroma, I was like, okay, this is all right.
That's fine.
It's like, a little more toward the savory.
Yeah.
Was kind of hoping for maybe a little more complexity, but the taste is actually really good. Like I said, that has a little bit of the sweet in there. Good amount of bitterness, but not overly bitter.
Yeah.
And like I said, but yeah, definitely more toward the
That's
savory.
tasty.
This is not, for the faint of heart. If someone is looking for an IPA, this is not your.
This is not a
You've
starter.
never had an IPA? You should try this.
You should try an 11.5% Motherlode from
not
Arizona
this-
Wilderness.
Not this one. Not this one.
And we had another quad recently too, a week ago. Hard to believe Thanksgiving was a week ago. I always think of
It's great.
it's just
That actually was a quad.
that was a quad.
And that was delicious.
Yeah, aged
That
in
one is
the-
delicious.
The Heaven Hill bourbon barrels.
Taco, how's it going,
Hello,
Bevy
Taco.
Bros? Hello. It is wonderful to see you. Cross the U.S. hug to you, Taco. It's good to see you. I like it. It's good. This
I
is
like it.
definitely one, like a lot of times we talk about like, oh, that could be deadly because of, just this one, because of the bitterness and some other things, is not going to like,
No.
you're not going to like,
You're not going to have that.
you're not going to throw that one back too quick at all. Oh, RX, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 200 bits. We are happy.
We happy? Yeah, we happy.
We are happy. RX, thank you for the 200 bits. Cheers, salute. Cheers to you too.
Yeah, because there is enough of that bitter at the end
Mhm.
that leaves you.
You gotta
the
kinda-
heaviness.
you gotta-
yeah, you're not gonna.
You got to chill a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the flavor is very well balanced. I agree with you. Flavor much better than the aroma. The aroma wasn't bad.
No.
It just was kind of
Yeah.
blended and somewhat subdued. But then at least the taste takes those flavors and goes, which is nice because sometimes it's the other way around, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, the aroma's great. That's a good
Yeah.
taste.
Sometimes you hate when the aroma has like a lot to live up to.
Yep.
It can be difficult. Likewise, hope you all are well. We're doing well. Doing
Yes.
well. Keats at 75, 80%.
70,
little,
yeah.
little bit of the
Hanging
holiday
in there, a little
holiday tired.
little holiday rundown.
Yeah.
But, that happens. There's a lot of that going on at work too with people. So,
But you made it through, and like you said, people were they were dropping like flies.
well, at least they were the day after Thanksgiving, I heard. So,
That's got to be, if you're someone that schedules things the day after Thanksgiving, and I don't know, have you ever had to do scheduling?
I did the schedule. Yeah. It was many years ago with the program that we used to use, not the current one, but yeah.
How much do you overcompensate on that next day? Like knowing that, like, do you assume, I mean, and obviously sometimes that could hit against you.
Right.
But so you're like, I'm just going to make these numbers up. I need 10 people total to work for all the shifts. I know that's not what it is.
Right.
But let's just say that number. I need 10 people. Do you go like, I'm actually going to have 12 people come in so that I have like, is there that? And then if people want to go home, or like, then it's just basically like you tell people, or do you make people be on call? Can you do
No,
that?
you don't really do that, but
I was
you,
just wondering how you cover that, because damn well at least a couple people, something's going to happen. They're not going to show
well,
up.
especially this time of the year because people are sick or
Right.
people just call out because that's human nature. But
For sure.
I have not written things on the current scheduling program, but I think it takes into account more like the hours that you're actually busy at the store, and so it kind of provides you. It says, okay, you need more people here because and it starts to ramp up, but then you also need X amount of people to open the store for a certain amount. So there is a balancing thing there, but you can, I mean, pretty much in the course of a day, at least one person is going to call out.
Right.
It's just the way it is, and I don't
sure.
know how much then they have certain things that they're that you try to account for, and but yeah, you don't want to go over, but you don't want to go under. But then,
No.
but then
I mean,
sometimes
because it's probably going to be a busier day, or could
Yeah.
be a busier day.
Yeah.
So that's what I was just wondering if
Yep.
there was like some math in there of like, yeah, we do a 15% overage on days that we know like that.
But now Fridays and Saturdays after Thanksgiving's typically very slow. Now that has changed over the years, especially at our store. It's slower, but not as slow as it used to be. I mean, it used to be like, because I've worked Fridays after Thanksgiving, at Trader Joe's. It's been a little while, but I've worked them, and they usually are. They're pretty mellow, but they're not as mellow anymore. Just because we're busier now than we used to be. We're setting records left and right last week. So
even more important question that I just realized I forgot to ask:
Yes.
Did you make your turkey soup?
I did make turkey soup. Yes, yes, it was smaller carcass this year, so I didn't have to because it was only a 15.5 pound bird this year, as opposed to usually we're in the 18.5 to 19 pound range. But yes, it was good. It was the turkey soup.
I actually looked up because we get a lot of times get the rotisserie chickens from Costco and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we have those. So I finally looked up because I was like, you must be able to. And I looked up how to make bone broth.
Oh, okay.
Using those, and using the pressure cooker part of that. Whatever. So next time that comes in, I'm going to do that because I always like just to make stock because we've
make soup.
Yeah, we've been trying to do either a little more soup thing. We've been trying to, like I said, we don't really go out a lot, but we're trying to like make things a little bit more than just have frozen stuff. So we've been trying to like turn over a new leaf with some of that. So then we brought those in. Like so, it was actually my wife. It was so funny. My wife suggests she's like, oh, I wonder. Like I wonder, bet you could make like broth. I was like, oh yeah, I bet you could make broth out of it. Like 100%. That's probably what people do. Whatever you don't use, you put in there and from the bones. And I said, or you could probably make a bone broth or a stock or something. I was like, oh, I'll have to look that up. In the course of like 15 minutes, I looked this up. I found like a decent recipe. I walk back in the kitchen. All of those carcasses have made it to the trash can.
Oh no!
And I was like, I'm like, hey, I got a recipe. Like, I'll try like, whatever. And you could tell the look and like, it was like the deer in the headlights of like, she's like, I thought we were talking about for next time. And I was like, well, I just found them really quick. I said, I didn't think you, she's like, well, they're already in the trash can. I wrapped them up because they get stinky. And it's like this whole process. I was like, oh, I'm like, well, are they on the top of the trash?
Yeah. Is it hovering above?
She's like, are you actually asking that? I was like, no, I'm not really asking that question. I don't care if you did do that. But I was like, okay, well, next time I'm like, I bookmarked, I'm like, I have a recipe because I would like to do that. Cause like, not that we buy a lot of broth, but it also made me think of it too. I was like, I could have offered you fresh broth.
You could
when you asked that damn thing.
That's right.
You don't have any broth. I could have been like, damn right I do, and it's fresh.
We needed it for the gravy, and usually I just keep like either vegetable broth or we have a miso ginger soup broth that I buy, and it's delicious, but it wasn't right for making gravy, so I just had Ben pick up some on the way over. So
Guardian down got it. It's like a cannoli in the trash. Look at the surroundings.
Yes. Oh yeah,
the surroundings.
Yeah. Is it above the rim? But no, that'd be a great idea, especially with those Costco rotisserie chickens are $5. They keep on giving.
Every time we go, we get two of them now.
Yeah.
We that's like a little bit of the treat for the dogs and their food. We put a little bit of that in there, and then I usually wind up making like quesadillas and like all kinds of things. They have really good at Costco too. If you ever go, have you ever gotten their roasted vegetable polenta?
No,
it's in the fresh set. It's in one of their fresh things that they make. It's delicious. It's all so you could leave it that way. It's all roasted vegetables and then like I said polenta, and it's like it's fantastic. But I take that and then I take some of the rotisserie chicken and I do. But you would not, like I said, it's great on its own. But like I said, that's really good. But so, so we've done that.
If you'd made that broth, then you could take like someone at the party was telling me their soup recipe, and it was basically like you have that stock and then. She adds the Trader Joe's mirepoix, which is already cut, the carrots, onions, and celery's ready to go, and then the chicken, and then I think she throws in lentils and spinach leaves, and and so that would be definitely make some chicken broth, or stock or whatever next time. So
we're definitely going to do that next time for sure. Like I said, I'd save that.
Get the marrow out of the.
I mean, that's the idea with that, with specifically with the bone broth, because I think you. A lot less time, obviously, but the pressure, it's like in the pressure cooker for like an hour. Like it's like for a pressure cooker thing, it's in there a lot. Because like we make a lot of meals that are pressure cooker and it's like 10 minutes or 5, it's like really quick.
Yeah.
That extra heating and whatever else. But this is like a good amount of time. And then it's like do the slow release. So it still takes like 3 or 4 hours, but it's a lot faster than doing it like how a lot of people do it. So that's a weird treat for the dogs. When I had a dog, his special treat was humping the turtle pillow in the closet. Oh, wow. That you would hide from him, Guardian? Oh, my gosh. Why would you hide from him? That's rude. Hostler, I use those to make, what is that? Ovalmono? Makes it way easier to bargain at cost. I don't know. What is that, Hustler? Also, hi. Happy Friday, and everyone. Hope you're all good. We are good. Now I'm just fascinated by what you're making. Please tell me more about that. That sounds interesting.
A day ahead of us, I think. At least ahead of us.
Oh, that's true. Greek egg lemon soup. Oh. That does sound good. That does sound good. And it has chicken. Okay.
And it's chicken.
And has chicken.
And has chicken. But it was
it has both sides of the chicken. It has the chicken, the early chicken, and it has the later chicken.
And the later chicken, that's right.
It's the post chicken.
No, it was a good as always, it was very good
Always
celebration and
too quickly.
Very, very fast. And yeah, good times.
We needed more cornhole in there. At least we got in the 3 games.
I know. Finally, yeah.
We couldn't find anybody. We kept mentioning it to people. We're like, sure. And then they would just sit back down.
Well, you just got to grab them by the lapels.
I think so. Grab them by the cornholes. Shred the chicken, the rotisseries, and use the bones for the stock. Oh, okay. Yeah, we always, like I said, my wife goes through, shreds all the chicken. We just have this giant bowl of chicken, like I said, which then, again, we use for a bunch of different things, from tacos to, like I said, to quesadillas and everything else, or throwing into other things just to kind of boost up the protein or meat component. But yeah, that would be fantastic doing something like that. Yeah, I was lucky enough this last week and a half ago, my wife makes a Tuscan chicken stew that's delicious.
Oh, that sounds good.
That one she does with chicken thighs. So she actually buys it because then those pressure cook in there. That one she does a double recipe, and it like is to the top. Like sometimes we almost can't get the thing to seal because it's like, and she's like, well, I'm right. I was like, well, I know you're at the max line, so that should be like, but that's still like, you have to know that, like, so sometimes it seals fine. Other times it's like, if you don't get it just right, it closes, but it's like I feel that there has to be like you must have to have a certain amount of headspace to actually get the pressuring part to work.
Oh, probably, right.
So it's like, she's not over that line, but that line is probably a suggestion of like, yeah, around here you're getting in trouble. So.
Not round. Here.
Exactly. Not round here.
There's like a little, especially since this is closer to room temperature now, there's almost like a little creamy component to this. Or a cream, like
you talking about the body itself has a velvety texture, or?
Well, it does have a surprisingly good body, but
damn right.
There's no, like almost like a little, maybe it's vanilla. There's almost like a little note of
you wanting of a little more sweet
of something like that in there. It's just like bumping up once again because it's a little bit warmer. But yeah, that's very good. I would, if given the opportunity, I will buy that again.
I would definitely like to. Yeah, I would like to try this again. Full freshness, and like I said, again, slightly colder. Like I said, Keith handed it to me when he came in, and then I set it down, and then we went. So like I said, I would. Although whatever temperature a room is, it's always room temperature.
That's right.
As Stephen Wright would say.
That's true. It's always room temperature.
So
in the room.
But yeah, now I want some rotisserie chicken. How long does that soup last? Does everyone have some soup, and so it goes by like it's done that day?
It depends. No, it's not gone that day. We finished it.
I didn't know if I came over for breakfast on Saturday, if there'd be some soup.
If you'd come over for on Saturday, right, there would have been some there.
I'll have to come knocking one of those next days. I haven't gotten to have
Monday was because by Sunday I had a bowl, and then I split up because it goes from the big stock pot.
Yeah, okay.
And I cook it in that, and then fortunately there's enough people to eat it, and then by that night I put it into the next size down stock pot, and then by Sunday night it was down into 2 like single serving bowls, and Ben took one to work, and then it had the other one saved, and Pocket had that the next day. So, oldie Brooklyn.
Yeah, I just had to see what that was. Yeah, so so they have an original lemonade one, and then they have a lemon pineapple mango, a huckleberry.
I'm your huckleberry.
Your huckleberry. That one's sparkling, and then like I said, I think they do have a couple that are. Yeah, this is good. We're definitely, like I said, Arizona Wilderness is. I feel like Arizona Wilderness, like the last time I was there, which is close to probably about a year ago now, 9 months, a year ago now. Like, so whenever I went up for that Tool concert with Jason, and we had gone up there, I feel like Arizona Wilderness is still, especially for local breweries, doing the most unique and interesting things consistently, and lots of them.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like I said, because, we talk about, like, from Pueblo Vita to Dragoon to a lot of other places here, we are spoiled with, a lot of the good breweries, but they kind of do, they've tighten it up a little bit. Whereas Arizona Wilderness, when I go in there, kind of like what RX even mentioned, it's like they have 5 different things that are all high alcohol and they're this or that, or they're doing stuff with oolong tea, or they're doing like all of those kind of things. Like it seems like you walk in there and obviously the IPAs are there if that's your thing, but they have so many other things that I appreciate them more and more as a craft brewery. Like I said, and again, like I said, their sours, sometimes I almost forget about because we don't seem to get as many of those, at least here in Southern Arizona, like bottled and packaged up. But I remember when we were there, they had a couple different things. I was like, sound really good.
Well, and then when we're the location we were at, I don't know if they have more than one location. Across the street and just down a little bit, there was Pedal House Brewery, which is, I guess, a lot of like German style stuff.
Were you in the area where it almost looks like you could be in San Diego because you're just walking around and there's a bunch of different little breweries and stuff? Like, was it kind of, did they have an outside beer garden area and then you went inside Arizona Wilderness?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like they had their board cash register thing, and then to the left was the giant
so we were
super
at the
long
same.
bar.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that place. I had never been there before. We want to. I would love to go there again and have more time to just sit there and completely enjoy. Like I said, that was, like I said, even though I was glad that we went to Eric & Butcher, which is fantastic. We got there, and I would have liked to have been able to have at least one more beer, I think, at there, that was probably the only downfall of, like I said, getting there a little slower than we thought. Due to traffic, I don't know. Did you guys, have they been doing all the construction when you drove up there? When you're going up to 10?
Yeah, there's some, like, as you're getting into Phoenix. Maybe? Yeah. There was some, it didn't really slow us down though. But there's like they kind of divert you off of 10, and then you kind of go a little bit, and then you kind of get back on. But yeah.
Again, a while ago, last time I was there, it was like it did the like. All of a sudden, it was like everybody's in one lane. It's like,
that sucks.
like,
we didn't have that.
No. It's so depressing.
It's just rough getting onto the free. You don't do it from here probably, but we usually go Tangerine to the freeway. And now since they're doing the construction there and they're widening that, sometimes
Tangerine.
Sometimes of the day at Tangerine getting on I-10 is it's bad.
Really?
Yeah, like when the couple times when we went in the afternoon, I mean, it was like a really long line snaking back. So at that time of the day, if I'm going to try to get on 10, I'll actually probably just backtrack and go like off of here, like your area.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
Yep.
It's a dangerous place when it's only a few blocks away. That would be a dangerous place. RX, I didn't know you were up in that neck of the woods. If we should, I think there's definitely a few people up in that area at some point. We just need to all get together and say hi at like a brewery or something like that. That would be fun. Yeah, that would be, I would be in deep trouble if a place like that was that close.
Oh yeah. Walking distance.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Crawling distance, stumbling distance. It's stumbling distance from my house.
That's the key, is stumbling distance. All right. How do you feel about a cocktail to close out the evening? What are your thoughts?
I think I'm going to power through. It's for our audience. It's for our viewers.
Is it for the viewers?
I'm here for them. So yes.
There we go. That was the best picture I could really find. It's a cocktail.
That'll work.
Yeah. Jitterbug Perfume is a fun name for their hybrid. Oh, I don't know if I've ever tried. I don't know what that is. I would spray that on myself, though, if you wanted me to. You ever tour any breweries in the Northeast? Keith, you have traveled more to the Northeast than I ever have. Have you ever gotten to go any breweries in that area?
No, I have not.
What was the beer you brought back? Or I don't know if you brought it back, but you were like, oh, it's that. Like they were.
The Maine Brewing Company?
Oh, it was the Maine
Lunch.
That's what it was.
IPA. Yeah. We went to Sam Adams' location. We were in Boston, but
okay, that's what it was. Beats in a beer. Oh, that's interesting. Jitterbug Perfume. That's pretty funny. No, we get a fair amount of stuff from the East Coast here. Like I said, we've got a couple really great bottle shops here in town between Tap and Bottle, Caps and Corks, like I said, that are just fantastic for so many reasons. And so, like I said, they thankfully bring in a lot of those things. The biggest one that I am sad about that I have not gotten to have in a long time is stuff from Adroit Theory Brewing.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, I guess their distributorship stuff is there was some stuff with that. But yeah, if anybody ever has anything from Adroit Theory Brewing and they want to send it this way, I'd be very happy. I have to send you guys from Castle Island. We're always more than happy to take stuff and try stuff on the air for sure. That would be very, very cool. So this is beverage number 3 of the evening. We are going to go make a cocktail. We will take a little bit of an extra break to get this done. Obviously, we've done the Amaretto Sour on here before, thanks to Planty's support. Planty is always supporting any of our Amaretto Sour needs and tastes. Like I said, if we have the Serrano here on the show, that is due to Planty, so we thank him for that as always. This one came across my TikTok feed from the Not Just a Bartender, Chris, that we've done some things from before. Several different beverages. I think that's why we did the daiquiri at one point, because he said that was his, like, basically his his last drink that he would have, his desert island drink or whatever or something.
With the probitas.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I've got another daiquiri variant from him as well, and a couple other drinks, but this one was very simple. It is your classic amaretto sour, so it's 1.5 ounces of amaretto. I believe it's 3/4 of an ounce of whiskey. I think he suggested a high proof. So we'll be using some Larceny that I've got barrel proof that I don't mind finishing up, because it was fine. But
it'll be good in a cocktail.
It will be good in a cocktail for sure. And then it's got some lemon juice. You can use simple syrup depending on how sweet you want the drink to be. He said it was optional. If you were like the Disaronno that we use, might be a little on the sweeter side. I'm going to throw it in there anyway because it's not a lot, but that might be something you could take out. Excuse me. And then the different variant in this one is there is actually going to be an Amaro in here as well. I think he may have used Campari. I'll obviously be using the Pronto.
The Trader Joe's.
That's the one I like.
Oh, wait, there is a Trader Joe's. Just
Damn
a
it.
little bit.
Oh my God. So
Just
slight.
a small
the
bit.
tiniest bit of Trader Joe's supply in this podcast. So that'll go in there as well. So I'm very interested to see how that bitterness and herbaceousness from the Amaro plays around kind of with everything in there. So I was pretty excited about that. And I hadn't even told you exactly what I keep forgetting I do that. I'm like, hey, I got a cocktail. And then
When I got
probably
here,
just
you
like,
did. That's okay.
Cool. What are we doing? So.
When you say I've got a cocktail, I have ultimate trust.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Of course.
All right. So anyway, that's what we're going to go make. So we'll probably need a few extra minutes. I'll remember to put the music on this time. And again, when we come back, we'll start talking about another, hopefully, tasty beverage. Be right back. That break was very much extended. Apologies for that. It takes, Amaretto sours take a little extra time to
There's
make.
eggs.
Yeah, the egg white in there.
Which you had to go out to the chickens.
I did.
And gently coax an egg out of them.
I did.
So it's
I
for
said,
the freshest egg possible.
I said, cluck, cluck, motherfucker. I need to make a drink. Didn't say
And
that
the
at
egg
all.
said, and the chicken said, okay.
The chicken said, the chicken approved. You always have to ask. You got to ask.
This looks nothing like that drink.
It doesn't. We actually, I was
though.
almost going to use the same picture we used a few weeks ago for something else. I was like, I can't
It's
use that
versatile.
one again.
It's versatile.
So yeah, this one is more of the traditional look there. So
coupe
this one
glass.
has, so the recipe that I have, like I said, that is in the beverage podcast notes there. This one is completely fine. That is normally what we do. The one that is there, that Amaretto sour cocktail recipe is accurate to what we did here. The only thing that's different is this has a 1/4 ounce of Amaro in there. So a little bit of extra bitterness. I threw in even a touch more because the one we were using, which is the Pronto Amaro, they recommend Campari, which is super bitter.
Right. More, definitely more on that herby side.
Yeah, this one is not. So like I said, I threw in just a little more to make sure that it came through in the drink. But yeah, everything else is the same. We used a
Foamy
high-proof
head
whiskey.
supplied by the egg white.
That's right. Right, like I said, so we've got everything else in here. Woohoo, cocktails.
That looks
yeah.
great.
Definitely heavier on the amaretto than we, like I said, this is more of the classic. It's 1.5 ounces of amaretto. Like I said, it's only 1/2 ounce of whiskey or whatever, three-quarters of an ounce.
I know, you're
of
trying to get
whiskey.
rid of that bottle. Just
I
couldn't quite happen.
I thought it would finish off this bottle of high proof Larceny that I had. It did not. There's still a little left.
We'll just have to finish that later.
I'll just have to make another one of these later, probably, if we like it. Let's just be the thing. I do get a little bit of that herbaceousness in there, like I said, along with.
I get the
it's-
Amaro. Of course, my olfactory senses are not on high.
Yeah, it's amaretto first,
fix there.
and then the Amaro hits
Yeah,
after that.
okay.
So that definitely at least comes through. So I'm happy with that. Now we're on to the adult beverages. Exactly.
Yes.
Now we're cocktailing it up. Oh, okay. That does come through. That does come through. Okay. All right. I like it.
It's all in there, though.
It is.
all
It blends
good.
together very nicely. Okay. I like it. There's would you call it earthy? Is that too far? Is that a bridge too far?
Yeah, I'm not quite getting that, but
That's what's in the middle of my tongue. Like I said, that's the first beginning of the sip. I get the brightness of the lemon juice.
I get that.
The amaretto comes through. Fresh lemon
Yes.
juice, guys.
Fresh lemon juice.
Like cut the damn things out there. While
We used fresh lemon juice in the pie last week that Darren made. So
Oh, nice.
I know.
So fresh lemon juice coming through, the amaretto comes through, and then there's this kind of like, I don't know, like I said, it's herbaceous. To me, it's a little on the heavier side, so it's like a little bit more toward, again, earthy, herbal, like I said, a heavier herbal kind of component. There's a little bitterness in there. I think if you did use Campari, obviously that would come through a little more, change the color of the drink as well too, because Campari is usually a little bit more of that brighter red color, whereas this one, like I said, that Pronto one is a little bit more toward a rust color, I guess you'd say.
No, it's there though. You're right. That Amaro it comes through though. That's good.
Good, isn't it?
It's very good. It's better on the second sip even.
Oh, really?
It was good on the
I gotta
first
go
sip.
for another sip. It's a fancy looking drink. I feel very fancy. I almost went in. So if you wanted to do the ultimate fancy drink, what you take here is you take a little orange bitters and you put a couple little drops and then you do the little toothpick. And I thought about it, but I was like,
Put our initials in it actually.
You could, yeah, exactly. AboutBeverages right there.
There you go.
Does anyone else have a million lemons on their tree this season? I heard it was a pretty good season, at least, like I said, in our neck of the woods for citrus.
Lemon tree, very pretty.
If you get a bunch next year, let me know, because I can always use lemons for cocktails. So
And
we'll
the
just meet up. We'll have a
lemon
beverage,
sweet.
and you can hand me a bag of lemons. We'll make it happen.
Here you go, sir. Here's your bag of citrus.
All right. Oh, it is even better on the second sip. Oh, that is good.
Uh-oh.
That's really tasty. Yet another for the list of cocktails to make for me. My God. Wow. I'm so glad that Keith is closer to you, Baker, and he knows how to make these
We
drinks.
should have Baker sit in on a podcast.
Have Baker come over for a podcast? It'd be only cocktails.
Yeah.
It'd be like 6 drinks.
Cocktail hour.
Cocktail
hour with Baker.
There we go.
Baker's daughter. I said somebody bought 13 of something today at work, and I said, "Oh, a baker's dozen," and it made me think of a baker's daughter. And I did get your Lebkuchen today. I got you 2 packages of Lebkuchen.
Have you had anyone else come out of the woodworks saying there's pits in there?
No, I have not had that
cherries.
yet. And mine have not had any.
And then drive me home.
Well,
there you
of course.
go.
How else would you get here?
Yeah, that. That's funny. Yeah.
Oh, and I had to go to emissions early. I went to emissions on Monday, so I know Baker had to do that recently too.
Yep.
I had to go to emissions as well, and it was funny because not funny, but there was
funny.
No, there was a person in front of me, and the guy I was like, she's about to leave, and then she didn't, and the guy started to wave me in, but then he leaned back into the car because she had some questions. And I'm sitting there, I'm not in a hurry, so it was fine. Mm-hmm. And then he's starting to wave me through, and then he leaned back in because she had some more questions. And I thought, and then it was either on the second time or it happened a third time, and I just laughed because he started to wave, and then she had more questions, and I just pictured, maybe that's my mom. She might have a lot of questions for this person.
That's right.
If something happened there, and then when I got up there, he's like. I said, I just tell him, I said, I was just cracked up because you kept trying to wave me through. He's like, oh my God. He's like, I know. He's like, that was so funny. He's like, but I felt bad. He said that her husband's just passed away and he's the one who did all this.
Oh, geez.
And she didn't pass. And so she had a lot of, and I said, you know what? No problem. No worries. People need a little extra help. And anyway, it was kind of a sweet thing. It's all the way it's perspective.
Yeah.
It's how you frame it. And
anyway. When I go there and when I have to do emissions, like I said, which I think will be again this next year, like I said, because we have the 2-year thing usually, like I said, so I think I have to do it next year. I just always go there and try and just never be in a hurry because you always just know there's other people that are going to have issues or whatever else. I'm happy that hey, I passed. Cool. Yep. Like I said, I don't have to worry about any of those other things. What do you use for the garnish? Cherries. I'm not in the Pacific Northwest anymore for artisanal goods. Yes, that is always my go-to, is using the classic. Like I said, you've got the cherry garnish, specifically the Luxardo cherry. That's usually the classic one, which you can find anywhere. Like so, you can find them at Total Wine. You can find them everywhere else. They're a little expensive. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, I was joking about this a second ago, and like I said, and they have the cherries in stock.
The Amarena cherries.
The Amarena cherries.
Yes,
they are so close to those Luxardo cherries, which is usually what everyone fawns over. And those are delicious. I'm not going to deny it.
$5.
They're delicious. The Luxardo ones are about half the price. Yeah. And they are, again, 95% of the way there. And if anything, they're usually a little bigger. The only thing you have to deal with is they still do have the stem on them, which is, like I said, is
some do. Not all of mine, at least.
About 80%. Most of mine have the stem on them.
Okay. And then every once in a while you find a pit.
Which again, this is the first.
I think you just had a
out
bad
of, like,
jar.
The 3 jars that I have had since we started, like I said, getting those. Like I said, that is the first time I've ever had a pit. Like I said, so they should not have a pit in them. But yeah, if you can find the Luxardo ones, those are great. But if you want to save a little bit and have a Trader Joe's near you, are those available year round, or is that a seasonal thing? How does that work?
Yeah, lately they've been more available. It used to be just around this time of the year.
Okay.
But they've been available kind of off and on throughout the whole year this year.
So yeah, if you see them, I definitely recommend those. Love those. Those cherry, they're fantastic. That is the class. Like the one that's actually in this drink, honestly, at least the look of it, this looks like that cheaper cherry, which I would not recommend. I'm not a maraschino cherry fan.
Right.
I think those, like, which they put on like shakes and things. Again, if you like those, cool. That's not my thing though. I like, like I said, I like the other ones. Either Luxardo or the other ones. It looks fake. Yeah, it looks almost fake. Like it's almost like that's a glowing red. Like that thing might have a half-life. The only cherry with a half-life.
She makes the only cookie with a half-life.
Eat a cookie, take your temperature.
Eat a cookie, take your temperature. Yeah. That's right. It certainly applies. Andrew's shirt applies.
Oh, very nice. What do you think? You like that one?
Delicious. I have been an Amaretto convert. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Since we first tried this, thanks to Planty. But yeah, it's delicious. It's got a lot of good flavors in there, all mixing together. Can't say anything bad about that one for sure.
I can tie a cherry stem with my tongue and teeth. That is impressive. I know people that can do that. I am not one of them. I guess I really even attempted it.
Years ago, I tried it. And
I can tie it and then put it in my mouth and spit it back out.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, does that count? It probably doesn't.
Yeah.
Is it too far to soak your own cherries? No. If you like anyone that wants to get crafty and go that extra mile, go for it.
Get crafty.
Yeah, exactly. That's fun. Like I said, I like it. Like I said, again, a drink like this, you could use already bottled lemon juice if you want to cut a corner. You could don't have to use the egg white, like all those things.
Yep.
But when you do all those things, which takes a little extra time, it shows up in the drink, and it is so much better.
Yeah, you are rewarded for sure.
So happy you guys tried it. I mean, you practically forced it on us. Like, I'll buy it for you.
Provided a bottle.
Please have
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And then it's continued. Exactly. Are you out? Do you need it? What do you need? Just always continues. That's good.
I'm your supplier of Amaretto.
Yeah. I keep finding different recipes like this. Like, so when I saw this one, I was like, okay, that's kind of what we've done. I was like, oh, Amaro. I'm like, okay. Like,
hey, if you need more Amaro, we still have it.
I'd be mildly interested. I wonder, with the extra bitterness that Campari does bring to the table, I wonder what that would be like at that small amount in this drink.
It'd probably be
Excuse me.
Subdued enough, but I wouldn't even, you could certainly use it, but this one's works.
Yeah, I like just upping what was in there a little bit. Like there's probably like, instead of the 1/4 ounce or whatever, there's probably closer to almost 1/2 ounce or whatever, like I said, per drink. Like I said, I definitely, I think that's, just too good. Well, it has been another fantastic evening as always.
Yes.
I appreciate you coming in playing hurt, as they say.
That's all right. It worked out. Things worked out. I'm happy to be here because we had the Sprecher sodas to try, which weren't actually sodas, which were the lemonade. I made a soda-licious reference in our tweet before we started the show, so it wasn't actually soda, but I think the overall sentiment is understood, and we'll dive into those next week then.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Like I said, I think we will get into a couple more of those. Yeah, we'll probably try the Green River or something like that. Like I said, next week, along with maybe one of those other lemonades, and then we'll figure out whatever else that we're kind of in the mood for. Any extra Amaro is perfect for a Boulevard.
The Trader Joe's Amaro works very well in the Boulevardier. Absolutely.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't tried it, like I said, again, I have tried personally now many different Amaros because I did not like the Campari. It was way too bitter for me, especially in, like I said, either the Negroni or even the Boulevardier. It was better, but that one for some reason, and I like bitter, like I like IPAs. Like there was something about it that was just like, it was to me at that point, I had not developed an appreciation for that one. But like I said, when it comes to the Trader Joe's ones, the Montenegro, which I've had as well, some of those other ones where they're just backed off just slightly, I think those work so much better. So if anything calls for Campari, you don't feel like you have to use that one. If there's one that you like better, like I said, definitely go check that out.
And especially if you're near Trader Joe's for $11, you can get a nice
price
Amaro.
too. Yeah, exactly. For half that price. I mean, because that Campari's up $20-$25, something like that.
No, right now we charge like $28.
Really?
So you can almost get 3 for 1. Not quite, but almost.
Even if you just call it 2, man.
Yep.
Bet soaking cherries and vodka would give a nice tasting vodka and some nice boozy cherries. Yeah, unfortunately, the cherries would probably lose out on that one. The cherries would actually get the short end of that stick, I feel. All right. So, like I said, we've got some ideas for next week. Again, there'll be some more Sprecher things. Thank you to them, again, for providing some absolutely fantastic stuff. And we will probably look in, again, maybe we can slowly wrangle some beers or some other things out
Bottle
of them
of
as well
wine
at some
or something.
point.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
from them, yes.
Yeah, I don't think they...
Oh, I didn't know from them. I thought
I
you were
don't
talking
think
about
they
for the
have-
show
I
next
don't think
week.
they carry wine.
I didn't know.
But wine would be nice, though, too.
A wine, maybe, perhaps.
And we do need to look for our thank you purchase at some
That's
point
right.
as well. We need to find out what we want
Pick
to
that
do for
date.
that. Pick that date. Like I said, Keith and I go out. We usually go and try and find something special. Unfortunately, we don't have our friends that we used to like help us pick out those things. I feel like the last year it's been a little like we knocked 3 of them like so much out of the park. It's kind of been a letdown. I honestly don't know what to do anymore.
I can't even remember what was last year.
I was thinking about it. Wow, that's sad. It was
we did the barrel one year. No, we
wasn't
did
the barrel
something
last
since
year.
then.
I thought the barrel was last year because then I brought the Vantage to the table to like basically say like they're really not.
Is that what it was?
That one was just okay.
Maybe it was. Okay. For some reason I felt maybe it was last year.
It's a Fat Tuesday specialty with Everclear. But yeah, like I said, I feel like we did. Yeah, like I said, I just don't know what to. I was like, it had stuff in my head. I was like, maybe we buy the chartreuses.
What was the year we did the Lagavulin? Wasn't that last year?
Oh, Lagavulin was last year. That's right.
The
Barrel was 2 years ago.
Like director's cut or something, or
yeah, it was the one that
special?
was aged in something else as well.
Yeah.
And that one was
Barrel
like
was
we
2
were like
years
it was
ago.
better, but we were like for $140 or whatever it was. We were kind of like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
That's
do.
probably floating around the house somewhere here, right? Unless you guys finished it. Which is fine.
What's that?
That's right. We take it.
Everything goes over to.
That's right. It goes over.
Everything goes over to Joe's. I don't know. Like maybe,
right.
like I don't know. Like I said, we gotta. I have no idea even where to start this year. Like I said, I don't know. Like maybe we just buy 2 bottles of some green and yellow chartreuse and just make cocktails for like a half hour.
We could.
I don't know. It was like since those are expensive and that would be equate to that, but who knows? But yeah, we'll figure that out. Like I said, thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Let's go say hi to someone who's playing some Destiny PvP right now. We're going to say hi to Mr. Krausader. Haven't talked to him in a little bit. The Kraus House, always the sodium-free PvP. He always keeps it nice and fun and light, even when he's doing the stuff that usually makes people super, super frustrating. Evening, gentlemen. Sorry I'm late, but I'll catch up on the YouTube. You guys have a great night. You too, Mitch. I appreciate you so much. And I swear your shirt is on the way soon. I need to finish that. I have it pretty much done. I just need to get it done and then sent to us so we can sign it and send out to you. So I apologize that has taken so long. No, it's been way too long because I think actually as soon as I get that done, it'll be like I'll put it back up and someone else is going to redeem it. So I've got to almost be ready with a second shirt. It's very stressful. But yeah, let's go say hi to Crusader. He is super, super nice. If you guys do not know him, you guys should. Very shortly, you will know him as well. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Can't find all the buttons. There they are. There's the last button. Found it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. We will see you.
Cheers.
I'll see you next week. Him tomorrow.
Bye.